Digital marketing has changed more in the last 2 years than it did in the 10 years before that. And almost every guide on how to start digital marketing is still teaching the old version of it. That's why so many beginners spend 6 months on work that never had a chance of paying off. In this video, I'm going to give you 7 steps to start digital marketing from scratch, in the right order for how things work today. What it actually is, how to learn it, what to build first, and where to put your effort now that AI sits in the middle of everything. I've been running a digital marketing agency since 2002, and I've taught marketing to thousands of beginners through my blog and my courses. I've also spent the last couple of years throwing out advice I gave confidently for a decade, because the ground moved under all of us. So this is the version I'd hand to someone starting today. Let's jump right in. Step 1. Understand what digital marketing actually is and how it works right now. Digital marketing is everything you do online to get people to notice you, trust you, and buy from you. That's it. Underneath that sit the channels. Search, which is SEO, video, mainly YouTube, short video, so TikTok, Reels, and Shorts, social media, email, paid advertising, and then the analytics that tell you whether any of it is working. For about 15 years, one of those channels dominated everything, and that was Google. The formula was simple. Write articles answering what people search for, get them ranked, get the traffic, turn some of them into customers. Every beginner guide was really an SEO guide with extra steps. Here's what's different now. When somebody searches on Google today, they very often get the answer right there on the page, written out by AI. A lot of people skip Google altogether and ask ChatGPT instead. So the number of people who click through to a website has dropped, and it keeps dropping. Now, a lot of people take that and conclude that search is dead, and you should chase views on social instead. That's the wrong lesson, and it will cost you a year. Search didn't die, it moved. YouTube is a search engine, and it's an enormous one. People type problems into it all day long. TikTok is a search engine now too, and so is Instagram in its own way. And Google still sends real traffic, just less of it, and to different kinds of pages than before. So the skill you're learning is the same skill it always was. Find out what people are actively searching for, and make sure your content is what shows up. What's changed is where you do that, and in what order, and that's exactly what you'll learn next. Step 2. Learn the fundamentals. One time, properly. You need the map before you pick a road. That means understanding how the channels connect, how traffic turns into leads and leads into sales, what a funnel is, why email still quietly outperforms almost everything, and how to read basic numbers. 2 solid options. Google's digital marketing and e-commerce certificate on Coursera is broad, recognized, and you can look through the material before paying anything. It's a good structured overview. If you want the current playbook, including how AI search is changing all of this, our complete digital marketing course covers the same ground, plus the parts the older programs haven't caught up with yet. Pick one and finish it. Collecting courses feels like progress and isn't. Use AI while you study, because it's genuinely excellent at this. When a concept doesn't land, ask it to explain the term in plain language and give you an example from a business like yours. You have a tutor available at 2 in the morning. I didn't, and it cost me years. Step 3. Choose your niche and decide what you want to be known for. This is the decision everything else depends on, so give it a week, not an afternoon. 2 filters. First, choose something people actually have a problem with, and a problem they spend money solving. Interest is not enough. A topic where people happily pay for tools, services, courses, or products is a topic that can pay you back. A topic where nobody spends anything will feel great for 6 months and lead nowhere. Second, choose something that benefits you directly. If you already work in a trade, an industry, or a hobby where you understand the details, start there. You'll move faster, you'll be more accurate, and the knowledge you already have becomes an asset instead of something you have to build from zero. Then decide what you want to be known for, because that's your brand. And you have a choice here. You can build a personal brand under your own name, or a business brand with its own identity that doesn't depend on you personally. Both work. A business brand is often the smarter choice because it can grow beyond you, other people can create for it, and it's something you can eventually sell. Whichever you pick, be able to finish this sentence in one line. We help this specific group of people do this specific thing. That sentence is your positioning, and it decides everything you publish. Then go and secure the name. Buy the domain and claim the handle on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Pinterest, even the ones you won't touch for a year. One name, one spelling, everywhere. This takes 20 minutes today and is impossible to fix later. And it matters more than ever because your brand name is what people search for directly and what AI systems learn to associate with your topic. Step 4. Build your AI skills, your tools, and your processes. Let me be direct about this. Competing on your own today without AI is not realistic. You're up against teams. What makes one person able to match them is a good stack and good processes. There are 3 parts to this, and you need all 3. Skills first. Learn how to brief an AI tool properly. Give it context about your brand, your audience, and your positioning. Give it examples of what good looks like. Tell it the format you want. The difference between a lazy request and a well-briefed one is the difference between generic output and something you'd actually publish. Tools next. You want AI in your research, your scripting, your editing, your thumbnails, your repurposing, and your analysis. Pick a small number of tools and get properly good at them, rather than signing up for 40. Processes last, and this is the part beginners skip. Turn what works into a repeatable system. A research process, a scripting process, a publishing checklist, a quality check where you verify every fact and claim. Write them down. Once you have processes, output stops, depending on how motivated you feel that day. And use AI on the analysis side, not just the creation side. It will read your competitors' content and tell you what they're missing. It will look at your own numbers and spot patterns. It will map out a topic and show you the gaps. That analysis work used to take an agency. Now it takes an afternoon. Step 5. Start with YouTube and post long-form videos for 90 days. This is where I'd tell any beginner to start today, and it's a change from what I would have said a few years ago. Here's why YouTube first. It's a search engine, so a video you publish this month can bring you viewers for years, which is not true of most social platforms. It shows new channels to new people, which search rarely does for a new website. The audience is enormous, and the intent is high, because people go there specifically to learn how to do things. And your videos don't stay on YouTube either. Google owns it, so video results show up right inside normal Google searches, which means one video can get found in 2 places at once. On top of that, AI tools pull from video transcripts when they answer questions, so a well-made video can end up being referenced in AI answers too. That's 3 ways to be found from a single piece of work, which is not something a blog post can do for you on day one. Long form is the priority, and I mean roughly 8 to 15 minutes and up. There are real reasons for that. Long form is where you can actually teach something in full, so it builds real depth with a viewer. It's searchable, so it earns traffic instead of chasing a trend. It's what the platform pays for. And critically, one long video becomes the source material for everything else. Clips, posts, a blog article, an email. You produce once and publish everywhere. Short videos do not work in reverse. So commit to 90 days. 1 video a week is enough, twice a week is better. Pick topics people are actually searching for on YouTube, which you can see straight in the search box. But before you record, go and watch the top 3 videos already covering that topic, and ask what's missing from all of them. Then, make sure your version has something in it that theirs don't. Your own results and numbers, a screen recording of you actually doing the thing, a method you worked out yourself, or a stronger example. There will be 20 videos on your topic, so the one that gets watched is the one that adds something new to the conversation. Use AI to research the topic and find those gaps, to structure your outline, to generate title and thumbnail options, or even create the whole video with AI. By the end of 90 days, you'll have around 12 to 25 videos, a channel that's starting to get found, and something far more valuable, which is a production process that works. Step 6. Build your website and start doing SEO. Now you build the site, and notice the order, because it matters. You arrive with an audience, a name people search for, and videos you can embed and expand into articles. That's a completely different starting position from a brand new blog with nothing behind it. But what you publish has to fit how search works now. Commodity content is finished. By that I mean the standard definition article, the basic how-to guide, the list that just restates what 10 other sites already said. That kind of page gets answered directly on the results page now, and it earns nothing. What works today is content with something in it that only you could publish. Your own testing and your own numbers. Screenshots and results from work you actually did. A clear opinion and a recommendation, not a neutral summary. Comparisons based on real usage. Case studies with a before and an after. Original research, even small scale, like a survey of 200 people in your niche. Format matters too. Answer the main question clearly near the top, then go deeper than anyone else does underneath. Keep the structure clean so both readers and AI systems can pull the answer out. Update your best pages regularly instead of endlessly publishing new ones. And still do your keyword research, because the point is not to write whatever you feel like. The point is to write what people search for, with something in it worth clicking through to. Step 7. Add short form and the other channels, and connect them. Now you expand, and this is the easy part because the hard work is done. Take your long videos and cut them into shorts for TikTok, Reels, and YouTube Shorts. Turn each one into a written post for LinkedIn or an Instagram carousel. Turn your articles into an email newsletter, because email is the one audience you own outright, and no algorithm sits between you and it. Treat short form as search too, not just as a lottery. People search on TikTok and Instagram the way they search on Google, so write titles and captions using the words people actually type. Targeted views from people looking for exactly your topic are worth far more than one viral video full of people who will never come back. This is where your processes from step 4 pay off. Turning one long video into 10 pieces across 5 platforms is production work, and AI makes it fast enough for one person to do it properly. One more thing to build into your week, right from the start. Set aside 30 minutes to look at your numbers, your YouTube analytics, and once the site is live, Google Search Console and Google Analytics, both free. You're looking for one thing at a time. Which topics people actually watched to the end? Which pages bring people in? What they searched to find you? Then do more of whatever is working and drop whatever isn't. Drop a report into an AI tool and ask it what stands out and what to check next, and you'll learn to read data far faster than I did. That habit is what turns you from someone who publishes into someone who improves, and it's the difference every employer and client can see. So let's put the whole thing together. Understand that digital marketing is a set of channels, and that search now lives on more of them, not fewer. Learn the fundamentals once. Pick a niche where people pay to solve a problem, decide what you want to be known for, and lock down the name everywhere. Build your AI skills, tools, and processes before you scale. Start on YouTube with long form for 90 days. Then build the site and do SEO with content nobody else could write. Then expand into short form and email and connect it all. Follow that order, and in a year, you'll have a brand, an audience, and a skill set that businesses pay for, whether you use it to get hired, to take on clients, or to build something of your own. The gap between the people who make it and the people who don't is not talent, and it isn't tools, because everybody has the same tools now. It's that one group started publishing, and the other group kept researching. So pick your niche this week and get your first video out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.